I have gonorrhea. It's a sexually transmitted disease.
When the idea of an STD comes to my head and me delivering it to someone, you know, hey, I have one, the last thing that comes to my head is to tell them with a smile on my face. So let's cover this week's episode. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, I am a little sick, so if you guys hear my voice not being the same, it's because I'm sick.
And the fact that I've been having gunk spew out of my penis.
When Loren had arrived to the Philippines, he was a little upset and frustrated at the fact that him and Faith weren't kissing and they weren't, you know, being affectionate towards each other because Faith wanted to wait. It was one of her best decisions because if not, she would be someone that has gonorrhea right now.
Kind of implied that we've been having sex. But we haven't had like a real clear conversation about it.
Gonorrhea is treatable, right? Like he only has to do a treatment from 7 to 10 days and then everything's gonna be gone. He's gonna be fine. But the problem is that this guy decides to compare gonorrhea.
It's like food poisoning.
Like they're the same thing. One of them requires you to sleep with someone or have intimacy with that person. The other one doesn't.
Now, I really have no choice but to be completely honest with her.
Since he has now run out of options, he has decided that it's finally time to tell Faith that he's been sleeping around with other people back in the US.
And hopefully this gonorrhea thing doesn't ruin the day.
And he hopes that it's not gonna go bad. You know, that she's gonna receive it so well and she's gonna be so happy to find out that when she finally started to trust this man, he betrayed her.
You're such a dick!
Now Loren goes to Faith's room to tell her, you know, it's time to go have some fun before I tell you some horrible news.
Because, you know, I never been in love.
How happy Loren makes her, how she's in a good relationship, how this is something that she's never felt in the past.
Today will be, you know, a romantic day and a girlfriend and boyfriend moment.
Faith has planned a trip to Wawa Dam that is like, it's a river. It's a huge river. She's hoping that, you know, the views, the water, the nature, it's just gonna be a great, beautiful moment between a girlfriend and a boyfriend. I think she was referring to like, you know, having their first kiss or holding hands. Once they're in the taxi, Loren's thirsty behavior comes right up.
Bathing suit?
I don't have.
Oh, okay. Naked?
Just a t-shirt, a short.
And when she tells him, no, I didn't, he's like, oh, you're gonna be naked? It's already hard enough to look at his face because he disgusts me. And then when I have to hear his voice, I get more disgusted.
But Loren makes me feel confident and beautiful.
Faith also shares that she's not confident about her body. Being a transgender woman, it comes with, you know, its downside, and that is the fact that people look at her differently and she doesn't find herself beautiful enough.
For the first time, it feels like a man really cares about me.
But Loren makes her feel wanted. Loren makes her feel like she's enough. And then Faith brings up that, you know, Loren wants to stay in the Philippines. And she's like, yeah, well, you know, if that is what you want to do, then we just have to get to know each other.
I feel sometimes, is this you? Is this the real you?
And no, it's not. This is not the real him because he has been lying to you. He has been hiding things from you and he continues to do so. The only thing he cares about is marrying a transgender woman. And now that Faith knows that this is what Loren wants, she's starting to come to terms with the idea of Loren staying. Little by little, they're gonna get to know each other. That maybe in 2 weeks, she'll be like, you know what? I think I know who you are. You can stay in the Philippines.
The relationship is progressing in the direction I want, so now I'm getting a lot more nervous and anxious.
And now Loren is starting to think about this. He's like, oh, you know, now that she wants me to stay, I wonder how she's gonna take to the idea of me having gonorrhea. I wonder if she's gonna be okay with that. How am I supposed to tell her?
Everything I came out here to accomplish could be over, so I'm really worried.
And let's not forget that if all of this goes to trash, Loren, it is because of your own actions.
And you blew it! You blew it.
It has nothing to do with fate, but everything to do with you. But of course, he's happy to know that fate is open about the idea of him moving here, and all of the things that he wanted now are becoming reality.
I'm excited Faith organized this trip today. The Wawa Dam is beautiful.
Once they arrive to the place, Loren starts taking pictures of Faith because she asked him to, and Faith is feeling this moment. You know, she's feeling herself, she's posing, she's having a great time, and Loren goes on to explain to us.
It's really good that Faith is totally just opened up, and I'm so happy she finally seems so at ease around me.
Because he's about to crush her soul. And he just, you know, he's happy about it. Of course, you know, this is what narcissist people do. They'll gain your trust. They'll make you feel like you're in a happy, safe environment. And then they'll crush you down. And then they'll give you bad news and be like, sorry. Can you forgive me? But don't you love me? Don't you want to be with me? And now it's time for them to swim.
My hair is flowing. I'm graceful. I'm glad Loren can see me like this.
This part I thought was so sweet. She can finally be who she has wanted to be for a long time. And she's swimming in the water. Her hair is flowing. She looks so graceful. And it just breaks my heart. I think she's such a beautiful soul, and Loren's taking advantage of her, and it drives me insane.
It's very nice to be swimming together with Loren.
Isn't it so shitty that this is her first relationship? There's this moment where Faith starts sharing with Loren again that she doesn't feel beautiful. And she thinks about this like mermaid in the Philippines. Her name is Jezebel, how beautiful she is. And she's like, you know, I feel like that right now when I'm in the water. And Loren's like, well, you are beautiful. You've always been beautiful. I told you I loved you before I even met you.
You know, you're beautiful. You're from the Philippines. Yes. Hardworking, right? And
what about her or who she is as a person? Is it just because she's from the Philippines?
the lady boy. My dream.
It is hard to believe that you don't have a fetish for Faith, you know, transgender woman from the Philippines, when you say things like this. Faith doesn't see the red flag. You know, she doesn't hear it. She's not paying attention to it. But we as viewers are catching up on this. And the fact that all he cares is about
the lady boy. My dream. My dream, marry someone just like you.
Not about her dreams, not about what she wants or what she wants to accomplish in her life. You're not even giving her the bare minimum of a healthy relationship. And now, since, you know, they're having this beautiful moment and there's butterflies running around and it just feels like a Disney movie, right, for Faith, because, well, I guess it is a Disney movie. He's the villain and she's the princess. Now he's like, you know, now that things have gotten a little bit more serious, a little bit more intimate, it's finally time.
Feel like kissing energy? But we can't kiss. I have gonorrhea.
It's like if you get in a car accident, the doctor comes out and goes, hey, do you want to play catch with your kid? Yeah? Oh, well, you can't because he's dead.
Sorry you had to see that.
What in the world are you doing, Loren? And I know that was an exaggerated example, but come on. Like, how stupid could you be? You know, Faith starts asking him a bunch of questions. Who was it? What do you mean? What do you do?
Do you have sex together?
Yeah.
And remember that either in the last episode or on the preview or at the beginning of this episode, Loren had said that this person went down on him. Now he's saying that he had sex with this person. And then later on, he's going to change it again to we had sex twice.
We are dating for how many months?
Online?
Yes, online.
Well, I haven't met you yet. Don't count as cheating until I meet you, right?
So here's what Loren's doing. The moment that she tells him, hey, but we have been dating for how many months? Like, and he's like, yeah, but online. And he's like, but it doesn't count as cheating if I haven't met you yet.
I know that he's lived at other houses, but he never told me that I'm sex with the other girls.
And if she would have said, oh, I guess it kind of makes sense, then it would have proved his point because he's trying to play it safe.
I don't think Faith fully understood that I was sleeping with other people, so I do kind of feel guilty about what I did.
Just a little, Loren. I think what you did was huge. You should feel like you need to bend down on your knees, beg her for forgiveness, kiss her goddamn feet, and bring down the entire planet just so she's happy. That's how you should be feeling.
I don't know him. I feel betrayed.
She never bothered to ask him, hey, are you sleeping around? Because she trusted him. Now, this is how relationships start. You know, when you are not damaged, when you're not broken, you start this relationship trusting that person, thinking that everything is fine. But then things like this happen. Now, the next relationship that she starts, she already has that history in her head that now she has to, you know, ask those questions. Hey, are we actually serious? Hey, are you not cheating on me? Because she already has the history with Loren.
Okay, long trip back. Nice and awkward.
Loren is wondering if they're going to be mad the whole trip. And Faith is feeling deceived. She feels disrespected. She's like, this is horrible. Like, I trusted this guy. While in the taxi, Faith starts, you know, asking him questions about it.
It's having a chance to have you at 8.
And Loren starts telling her, you know, that's not gonna happen. That's not how it works.
Am I the first person you know who get gonorrhea?
Dude, she hasn't had a boyfriend until you. And I'm pretty sure that her friends are now sleeping around and being shady like you are. So no, she hasn't had anyone as shitty as you.
Dito sa Pilipinas, kapag nagkaroon ka ng tulo, ang unang reaction ng tao sa'yo.
Gonorrhea is shameful, it's disgusting, you know, and it's everywhere, you know, like I think having an STD the way that Loren got it is disgusting. If something happens to you and unfortunately you get an STD because of an unfortunate situation, that's a different story. But the way that Loren did, because he's sleeping around while lying to their partner, that's disgusting.
The girl who has disease, how many times you did sex? How many times?
And Faith starts telling him, I thought you were serious. I thought you were loyal to me, but you're cheating, you're lying.
No, you didn't ask if I was sleeping with people.
Because that's not a question you ask, you idiot. When you get in a relationship with someone, you don't ask them, hey, are you going to be loyal to me?
You had to have known that I'm having sex the whole time.
Because I trust you.
Like, I don't know how relationships work for you. I sure as hell know that when I got into a relationship, it was clear as daylight that we weren't going to be sleeping around with other people.
Well, I didn't think it mattered if I sleep with someone or not.
And now you're trying to put it on her. Like, this is her fault.
Bilang isang trans woman, mahirap para sa amin na makahanap ng tunay na nagmamahal.
And then we get another heartbreaking confessional from Faith where she says, you know, being in a relationship as a transgender woman is difficult because you don't know who's going to love you for who you are. When you finally get someone in your life that you think you can trust and someone that you love, you don't want to let them go. When you find someone that accepts you for who you are, you want them to stay forever. So, of course, it's incredibly heartbreaking that she felt like she finally had found someone in her life and that person betrayed her.
Kaya hindi ako nag-jowa kasi alam ko in the end, iiwan lang din kami. Wala magseryoso.
And when they get out of the taxi and they go to the hotel room, Faith's standing at the door like she doesn't even know what to do. She's just like so unsure about it. And Loren is sitting there like,
you're gonna come all the way in or talk from there?
This man hasn't even apologized for what he did. He's still talking to her like she's the problem. This is on her. Like she should have been the one asking the questions, knowing damn well that he did this to himself, knowing damn well that he lied to her and he did it purposely. He chose to not tell her because he knew she wasn't gonna be okay with it. And now he's like, I can't believe that you didn't ask me. Why wouldn't you ask me?
Actually, I want to say to you that I need some time now.
But unfortunately, I do feel like she's going to go back to him. This is a cycle, okay? I don't know what it is, but it always happens that one of your first relationships is toxic and it's horrible, and no matter what, you keep going back to that person that hurts you and mistreats you and lies to you, and then it affects you your entire life. And I hope, and I wish that was not the case with Faith, but I feel like it is going to happen, and I feel sorry for her. Like I hate Loren. I genuinely despise Loren.
We're probably breaking up. And, you know, I'm realizing that I should have been clear from the start.
Every time he talks about the situation, it's like, I guess she sees it like that. I guess she thinks that I cheated on her. If that's how you see it, I guess, no, that is the way it is. But yes, that's all we get for the scumbag that Loren is. And now we are moving on to Adnan and Tiger Lily. I know I haven't been covering them in the past episodes just because I didn't have time. And even though they are fun to watch, Tiger Lily's voice drives me up the wall. I find her so freaking annoying. I cannot stand this lady. We have finally arrived to Adnan's festival because this is not about Tiger Lily. This is about him. The festival has finally started and, you know, Adnan is having the time of his life.
Finally arrived at the wedding. How are you feeling?
Confused.
Right now is the best time to feel confused, you know, after you're married already. Adnan says that usually weddings in Jordan are not this extravagant.
But my wedding is different. It's huge.
He's doing all the things that he wanted to do. And now there's this time where he grabs Tiger Lily and he's like, here, baby, let me show you all the work that I did. Let me show you. Because he's going to show his mom all the work that he did and how proud he is of himself. And this wedding is so extravagant. Like, I tell myself that if I had that much money, I wouldn't spend it on a wedding like this. But I don't know.
I'm working so hard to make this day so special.
You know, if you have disposable money like that, then sometimes those things go out the window. Also, I had mentioned in the past that I thought Tiger Lily was paying for the entire wedding. That's not the case. It turns out that Adnan is loaded. He's paying for this whole wedding.
With love, I do everything.
The decoration looks insane. There's dancers, there's people in masks, there's like a chandelier hanging off the ceiling, there's flowers, petals, there's so many things. Like, it's like a little frame and it looks like a portal, like you're transporting yourself to another dimension or something.
This does not mean anything. Just I like them. I like the golden mask. It's just Adnan.
He says that he's doing all of this for Tiger Lily, which I guess you're also doing it for yourself because you're full of yourself and you love making things about you. So, and he then goes on to explain that in Jordan tradition, you're supposed to come in the way that they did, and then they're supposed to go change to another outfit.
They will announce to everyone that we are husband and wife.
This is when they get one of their first conflicts, which shows again that Adnan is full of himself.
Here, baby.
Because they have to go change. Adnan, knowing damn well that Tiger Lily is not supposed to be around other men or even change in front of other men, has his man in the same room while she's changing.
There are 3 people helping Adnan get into his suit.
While Tiger Lily has her friend only helping her put on her dress. And any time that Tiger Lily tells him, hey baby, like, can you please let them out? He's like ignoring her. He's not paying attention to her.
Women are just supposed to wait, and this is their place below the man.
And of course, that causes them to be late. And when they're inside, there's this moment where Adnan is shirtless and Tiger Lily gets pissed.
Baby, I'm gonna take my shirt off since you have yours off.
I'm not allowed to do that. And he's in front of Shay. Girl, did you really think that marrying Adnan was not going to have double standards? You're so dumb.
There are these rules that I have to adhere to, so I'm just waiting.
She is also confused because she's like, what am I supposed to do? All these men are here and I can't even change in front of them. This is what I would have done, but this is just me. I am petty. I would have started undressing right there and there. And you bet your ass that all of you are gonna exit the room. Eventually, she just like goes on the couch. She's like, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm not gonna change.
Moments like this that make me think,
this is how our marriage is going to look like. And I'm not gonna take it. Are you sure? You decided to marry this man without even knowing him. And now is the time to think that maybe this is not the right decision?
I have 5 minutes, which is just pretty much impossible.
With only 5 minutes left for Tiger Lily to get ready, she is rushing and trying to get that dress on.
Not okay to keep 200% waiting.
Come on, Tiger Lily, you gotta get it together. This man is waiting for you. His whole family is waiting for you. Remember, this is Adnan's festival, not Tiger Lily's wedding.
When the love is there, then there's not going to be anything that would be a deal breaker.
Why does it matter if there's deal breakers or things that wouldn't work in the relationship? She even says one of the dumbest things that I heard in my entire life. She says that it wouldn't matter if Adnan was the serial killer.
As long as he didn't want to like turn me into a skin suit, then that would be okay.
This is the dumbass bitch that be sending letters to Ted Bundy and to all those serial killers in prison, being like, oh my God, I'm so in love with you. I hope that you could chop me off. Oh, that would be so fun, don't you think? So they have their grand entrance. They dance in the middle. There's some dancers. It was an spectacular wedding. Okay, like that, we gotta give it to them. They did a great job. It was so extravagant, so much money being just dumped, you know? The fireworks, they were fireworks.
Oh my God.
Also, it turns out that in their culture, the men and the women are supposed to dance separately because I guess like they shouldn't be any touching. I guess so like they don't get jealous. So they're dancing separately. And then Adnan has this moment in their confessional where he's talking about how like his family, they're dancing for him, they're clapping, they're cheering for him, and he's like, my family is calling this Adnan's festival.
Maharajan Adnan and Tiger Lily.
Just Adnan. Because they just call the man.
Don't forget your place, Tiger Lily, okay? Your place is to listen to him no matter what.
Yeah, if this relationship may not last, it was still a badass wedding.
So they're all dancing, they're all celebrating Adnan, having the time of their life. One of the craziest weddings I've seen on 90 Day Fiancé. And yeah, it was fun for Adnan. It was fun for Tiger Lily too. I mean, she was invited to the wedding and she attended, so good job for her. We gotta give it to her. And that is all we get for those two. I'll be covering the remaining couples on the next video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you do not miss my videos. See you guys next time and have a beautiful day. Bye.